to go.
A chat with Glendora, a show for living right. A chat with Glendora makes your day so bright. Words of inspiration, jokes to make you smile. Come relax and chat with Glendora for a while.
To walk that far. Alright, we're turning into the station right now.
This is it, huh?
See, they have this blocked off.
Well, they're doing a good job. It's
Oh,
going
it looks
to be
nice. Yeah. Looks good that they have the doors in there and stuff. Alright, so I'm gonna... You shop with?
Say that again.
Do you shop with anybody else other than Honest Weight?
Sue, my neighbor, 3 houses, does my shopping for
Oh,
me
she
every
does?
week at Price Chopper.
Yeah. They have a good
I work
selection.
with the other grocery stores too. Hey,
So, did the dollies look like that? We still have one.
I'm sorry, I can't see it.
Okay, let's
Oh,
go over
sorry.
to it. Let's go over to it.
Over here.
Oh, the dollies. Oh, look at that.
There's like some things that are still left. And this is one of them. Oh no, this, I mean,
Yeah, it's okay. Keep going straight. You're fine.
Oh,
We're getting
you
close.
put a camera on that side. Oh, I see.
the guy, yeah.
We are.
Stay away.
Oh, that's interesting.
Can
Yeah.
you see it now?
No.
Okay, let's
so
get
go
let's
right
get a
up to
little
it.
bit closer. Whoa. Alright, we're right here.
Oh no. No, honey, that's a different thing altogether. The ones, this was used every now and then, but not very often. The dolly I'm talking about was triangular, okay, with wheels this big, all right?
Okay.
And then the camera sat on that, and the camera was this big. The General Electric color camera, which we never used, was this big.
So what was this for? Just another,
Yeah, that was for, I think they used it for Teenage Burn every now and then. But you have to remember that WRGB was always experimental, so this would be an experimental thing. It was not a daily thing.
yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, that makes sense. When was the first time you came here?
Which one? To Balltown Road?
To this station, to this building? When was the
To
first?
this building or
Yeah.
to WRGB? The first time I came to WRGB was 1955. First time I came to this studio was 1957.
Do you remember that day? Or when?
Gosh, no. All I had on my mind was that I was going to be on the air at 5 o'clock. And it better be ready.
Was it, like, this whole area, was it really busy?
Oh, yes. Busy. Not only busy, but busy, exciting, busy, good-natured, busy, vibrant. We were the queens, you know. You are a WRGB star now, but you will never be the magnitude of the stars of the 1955.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah.
No, we were everything. Television was everything. You didn't eat in the kitchen or the dining room anymore. You ate in the living room where the TV set was. You ate on a TV table. You ate TV dinners. You all went to the bathroom at the same time during the commercial. The water companies were, in every town, were over-exercised because everybody went to the bathroom during the commercial.
Today you could just hit pause. But back then, well, because the station now, I mean, we don't use any of this room.
I bet you don't?
We don't, so it's very quiet down here, but I'd imagine that was totally different.
Oh, it was a buzz of activity, and of course Freddie Freihofer, those kids coming in to be on the show and being very excited.
Yeah.
They didn't have tape until 1962, and then it was really almost experimental then. That was when, is Master Control still on the second floor?
Yeah.
Well, they brought in this huge Ampex tape machine. It was as big as a piano. And the tape was 2 inches wide, and a spool of tape, videotape, was this big, and it weighed about 60 pounds. And they decided to taped the Glendora Satellite 6, and they made so many mistakes. But by the time they finished it, I could have gone live on the TV.
Yeah.
And so I went home. I lived right down on Palmer Avenue. I was walking home, and I'm going down the sidewalk, and the mother opens the door. There's kids playing on their tricycles out on the sidewalk. And she says, Glendora is on, and he says, I'm not going to watch that stupid show. He turned around, and who was coming down the street? And then another one was a little boy. They had taped it. That one they got through, and I went home to Buffalo. I was already on the train, and a little boy came in for Freihoffer, and he runs up to Mae Dunn, the General Electric receptionist, and he says, can I see Glendora? And Mae Dunn looked over the counter without realizing what it sounded like to him. I'm sorry, Glendora isn't live today.
Scared him?
Oh, he thought I was dead. He was sure I was dead, yeah.
Well, we were gonna do, maybe, are they still taping in the other studio?
I don't know, we'd have to run over and take a look.
Okay.
Let me run over.
Now, who is this gentleman?
This has been here since the 50s.
Yeah, I was gonna say, this is pretty old
Really?
school.
If it's
Yeah.
been here since the 50s,
Yeah.
that's it?
Yeah.
Oh, I love you, panel. I'm so happy to see you. And you've been well.
It's been a long
Still
time.
here.
All right,
Yeah.
let's play a cartoon.
All right.
That's great.
All right, so now we're gonna take you into the studio that
What
we
was the
use.
Freihoffer studio?
What was the Freihoffer studio?
Oh, yeah, that's a
And
little one.
we'll, do like a sit-down
Yeah.
interview.
Yeah,
Perfect.
I'm gonna bring, actually, there is a regular chair in there, so.
I think so. I think
Yeah.
there's a couple
It's
right
been a
now.
stand-up, huh? A sit-down and a stand-up.
Pretty.
Oh, phenomenal memory. The man is 72 now, or 70. And he said that I had a pair of binoculars, and Ronnie Peniston was in charge of props, and I'd asked Ronnie for a desk and a pair of binoculars. And I said, look, there goes the friendly fireman. He's sailing to another port. And it's going to be a very rich port, and he's going to be very happy. And I said to the boy next to me, you see the friendly fireman? I didn't know what I was talking about. He said, nope. And then in the next one, you see the friendly fireman? Nope. Well, the next kid was a little older, and he got the idea. He said, yes, there he goes. Oh, it was so grand.
And that was in this studio, were you doing that show?
No, honey,
That was the
this
one at the bowling out, the
This
downstairs.
is the bowling alley downstairs. And I've got to tell you folks, well, Klieg lights are like 1,000 watts, aren't they? Aren't they about 1,000 watts?
Yes.
Klieg lights?
Yeah,
And we were in this 14-foot by 10-foot room, and they call it a studio. And the dollies were triangular with wheels this big around, and the cameras set on those. And I think there was a boom microphone in there. You know what a boom microphone is? It's a platform, a man stands on the platform, and he booms the mic to whoever is talking,
yeah.
Okay. There was one of those in there, and then there was my flat of the ship that looked like the ship, my desk, and about 8 kids, and 15 minutes in that studio with 3,000 or 4,000 watt Klieg lights, and before air conditioning was invented. That was an experience to come out of there in 15 minutes.
You're just sweating bullets.
Yeah. And Julia, the microphone then was that big and heavy and wired. You had to have mobility to go around and interview the kids, and this wire was always under your foot. And then RCA came out with a lavalier that was about as big as this, a little bit bigger. And I was around interviewing the kids with this lavalier, RCA lavalier. And I had a sponsor in Schenectady, his name was Junior Bootery, and he says, when Glendora's doing my commercial, I want her, he's giving away lollipops, I want her to be eating one of my lollipops while she's interviewing those kids. So I had the lollipop and I had the lavalier, and I was interviewing the kid, and this kid over here is just about ready to knock the flat over, and I give him the evil eye. I go back and I put the microphone in my mouth instead of the lollipop. At that time, I was wearing a gold bridge. You can imagine what that sounded like. 57,000 people in there living rooms.
Oh, jeez.
By the way, that was our, we had enough people to fill Yankee Stadium, the old Yankee Stadium. That was our rating. We had 57,000 people.
Wow.
And that was at 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
And the fun, coming home from school and turning on your TV set and watching Glendora, the fun.
How long was Glendora on the air?
The SS Glendora on WRGB, the first one? Did you say how long?
Yes, yes.
About a year and a half. And the General Electric managers were always accountants. He didn't, Ray Wellpott, sweet guy, he didn't know the first thing about television. Actually, none of us did. It was brand new. But the fact that he could count the beans made him a General Electric manager. And so they took a survey and they said that people liked film better than liked live programming. And we had, you want me to go through the live programming?
It was your show, Freddie Freihofer, team.
And Sonny and Ernie. That's how Ernie Tatro started out. At 9 o'clock, we had a sort of a domestic home show. And then Kathy cooking in the kitchen, Earl Jarvis playing the piano, and then Trader Van swapping things. And there was a real talent, Grant Van Patten, a real talent. And then for a couple hours in the afternoon, maybe nothing, I don't know, what did they put on? And then it started, I think, with Glendora, and right after that, back-to-back Bill Mulvey showing Western films, and then back-to-back Freihofer, and then back-to-back, I think it was news. And then back-to-back, after 6-7 was the music ensemble.
So after a while, they thought that maybe movies were better than doing live stuff.
They did, but they changed their mind, and I got a telephone call, come back.
And then the second time, how many years?
That's the Satellite 6. That would be 1957, honey. 55, 56 was the SS Glendora. Glendora Satellite 6 would be 57 through 62.
And Satellite 6 was a space theme, was it?
And that was the captain of the spaceship.
And that was like, space travel and everything, that must have been something kids were super into at that time.
Yes, yes, yes. And Jim Fisk, there was a man of supreme talent. You saw him on Freddie Hopper, but that man was a consummate talent. You know what he did? He made a constellation map of the stars. And who were the constellations? Porky Pig, Sylvester Cat, Bugs Bunny. Wasn't that clever?
Yeah, it's a way to stick with children, children, it'll resonate with kids, so
Yeah.
get them interested in learning about it.
And Julia, he made a ball, and he stuck antennae in it, and he put a band around it that said Satellite 6. The prop department built him a stand to rest the ball in. They gave me the old control panel from the bowling alley that used to be in the control room of the old studio. They gave me that because they got a brand new one.
And then and that went until like 1962, that show?
That would, would be from 57 to 62. Monday through Friday, 45 minutes a day.
Was that taped at the same studio downtown, or was it here?
Did you say tape?
Or, broadcast?
We had no tape, honey.
Okay.
Tape did not come in until 62.
I just have a couple more minutes left and Mark's gotta take off.
Oh, okay.
So.
Aren't you going to do a 13-week series?
You can try and sell that to my boss.
Oh, yeah, definitely. You can't do it justice.
What, as of right now, so you're doing ads,
It doesn't need justice, it needs mercy.
you're doing advertisements now on our station.
Oh,
for
yeah,
vegan.
you want to talk about that?
I just want, what is that, what is it all about? I mean, they're very unique ads.
Is it? In what way?
They look different. It makes you stop. It looks different.
Yeah. And it's real, right?
It is very real.
It's real like the television of the 50s, isn't it? Because it was so real. So, you want to know how did that start?
Well, yeah, I mean, what is it? It's a campaign to go vegan, is that?
Well, the basis of it, way down at the bottom, is this atrocious cruelty that's going on for animals. I don't know whether you've seen the undercover videos, I don't want you to see them. It's just, and it's happening by the billions every day, and we have to stop this. And I mean it, we have to stop it. So I'm in the animal activist group, I am probably the first one who went mass media. And see how that fits in again, you know, I tell you about the 23-year-old, how the universe works and how everything fits in. See how that fits in? I had the experience in television, right? And I was the one to go on TV probably for the first time for the mass audience and say, go vegan,
Go vegan.
go vegan.
And your cat's vegan too.
Excuse
The
me?
cat's vegan too, according to the commercial.
Oh, my cat, yes. Yes, my cat is 104 years old and she's vegan and no veterinarians and no medicine.
Glendora, is there anything else you want to add before we wrap?
Oh, yeah, I would be here for 3-4 weeks, but I think what you brought out was very important. The quality of television. You say there once was a Camelot, right? There once was television in the 50s. You can't know it unless you were there. You had to be there. It was such a grand thing, television in the 50s.
All right. Was good?
Good job.
Yeah, all I know is today.
All right,
And it's a madhouse.
good.
Yes.
I think we're good.
All right, awesome.
Good job,
Thank you so
Glendora.
much for coming and talking to me.
So we're gonna
Oh,
pull the plate
listen,
pictures.
thank
Yeah,
you.
perfect.
There you go. And this is, and what's this, 100?
It's 65 TV stations, Boston to San
Okay,
Diego.
there you go.
Yeah, stand there and I'll up and then, yeah, sure. Is that all right with you?
Yep.
And then, I think this mic probably works pretty well.
I don't think I could do that dancing, do you?
Hey, give it a shot.
Senior citizen said a few twinges in the hinges. And you know you're getting old, folks, when it takes you longer to rest up than it did to get tired. Or you're out in the evening and you're having a good time, and you're faced with two temptations. You'll take the one that'll get you home at 9:30. Well, how good is your memory, folks? How do you feel about your memory? How good is it?
Good.
Because I'm wondering if I can get by with telling you jokes I've told you for 4 years. You're a little early here for church, folks. It's not going to start until tomorrow morning. All righty. Why did the housewife put popcorn into the pancake batter? So the pancakes would turn over by themselves. And the boss says that he believes in reincarnation. Did you ever notice at 5 p.m. everybody comes back to life? A man called the hospital and he said, I'm inquiring as to the condition of James Parsons. And the nurse says, well, Mr. Parsons had a good sleep. He's resting comfortably today. And we think tomorrow he'll be discharged. Who's calling? The man says, James Parsons. The doctor didn't tell me anything. What do you call a smart duck, folks? What do you call a smart duck? A wisecracker. And what is the difference between lightning and electricity? Lightning and electricity. You don't have to pay for lightning. You've heard of the Wonder Diet? You eat anything you want, and then the next morning you wonder why your clothes don't fit. And have you heard of the Army Diet? Everything you eat goes to the front. This woman bought a new scale, and she brought it home. It was a scale, folks. There were men. You step on the scale, the man tells you how much you weigh. So she brought it home. She stumbled it. She stepped on it, and the man's voice said, "Please, one at a time." A man went on a diet and he didn't eat anything but bananas and coconuts. Did he lose weight? No, folks. You should see him climb
God bless you.
trees. All righty. A man came home from work and he says, honey, I'm going to lose my job. The company's found something that'll do the work of 5 men. And she said, 1 woman? And another man came home. Are you through? Another man came home from work and he said, his wife says, "Did you have a good day at work, dear?" And he says, "No. They gave us aptitude tests and I flunked." She says, "That's terrible." He says, "Yeah, it's a good thing I own the company." This Swedish construction crew, folks, got a job refurbishing an apartment way up on the 4th floor. And in the late afternoon, the foreman came by and closed up, and he says, "Hey, you guys finished?" And they said, "No, we're Swedish." God, why did Adam is talking to God? And he says, "God, why did you make Eve?" God says, "Well, I thought you were lonesome." "Well, God, why did you make her so beautiful?" "Well, so you would like her." "Well, God, why did you make her so dumb?" "So she would like you." A man is talking to God and he says, "God, how much is $1 million to you?" God said, $10. And the man said, "Well, God, how much is 1,000,000 years to you?" And God says, "1 second." And the man says, "God, can I have $10? And God said, "Just a second." And Adam was sitting on a park bench and he looked dejected. And a man came along and he said, "You look dejected. What's the matter?" And the Adam says, this is an atom, A-T-O-M. The Adam says, "I'm not an atom any longer. I'm an ion. I lost an electron." And the man says, "Are you sure?" And he says, "I'm positive." This little boy and his dog would go to school together every morning, and they'd come home in the afternoon together. And everybody thought that was endearing. And it went on for years. Then one day, it all stopped. The dog graduated. Now, the owner of the shop said to his employee, "I saw you arguing with a customer. It's a strict policy of this shop that the customer is always right. Now, I never want to see you argue with the customer again. Do you understand that?" And the little employee said, "Yes, sir." And the owner said, "Well, what were you arguing about?" And the employee said, "He said you were an idiot."
You're an idiot.
A truck driver was in a truck stop and he was eating, and 3 men on 3 motorcycles parked them outside, came in, and one of the motorcyclists turned over the truck driver's cup of coffee, and another one turned over his glass of water, and a third one turned over his plate of dinner. So the truck driver got up, and he paid his bill, and he went out. And one motorcyclist said to the other,
he's not much of a fighter, is he? And the owner of the truck stop said, he's not much of a driver either, he just drove over 3 motorcycles. A little boy had a little red wagon, and he took it out on the street, and just as he went by the church. Just as he went by the church, all the wheels fell off. And he says, well, I'll be darned. And the next day, he's taking his little red wagon down the street, gets to the church, and all the wheels fall off. He says, I'll be darned. The third day, he takes out his little red wagon, gets to the church, all the wheels fall off, and he says, I'll be darned. And the priest came out and he says, that is not a good thing for you to say, I'll be darned. You shouldn't say, I'll be darned. You should say, I thank you, God, I praise you, God, I love you, God. So the next day, when the little boy took his wagon by the church, all the wheels fell off. He said, I love you, God, I praise you, God, I thank you, God, and all the wheels went back on, and the priest said, I'll be darned. Last joke I have to tell you. It's a church had a Bible selling contest. The man who sold the most Bibles started severely, folks. So the parishioner said, well, what did you say to the people to sell the most Bibles? He says, well, I just said, do you want to buy a Bible, or do you want me to read it to you?
Glendora, everybody. Star, the longest running and apparently most shameless public access company.
Featuring local music talents, the Freddie Freihofer Show, aka Bread Time Stories, the Good Ship Popeye, the Earl Pudney Show, but the one I remember best was Satellite 6 with Glendora. As a little girl of 7 or 8 years of age, this show had an impact on me that I didn't fully realize until I was older. You see, most of the children's programs had a host that was a man. Commander Ralph, the old skipper, or Jim Fisk on Freddie Freihofer. But Satellite 6 had a woman, and most importantly, she was the captain of a spaceship. A wow! Exclamation mark. Wow, this was rare. It was a very rare occasion for a little girl to see a woman in a role that men portrayed.
Isn't that a good answer to your question?
Yeah.
Of course, at the time I was too young to fully understand this, but Glendora laid the foundation for me that little girls can grow up to be captains of a spaceship if they want. Glendora and Satellite 6 made an historical and profound impact on local little girls, in my opinion. She was a role model who held her own with her nemesis, the Muni Mula. And I insisted my mother mix my Bosco like Glendora did on the show.